Ladies and gents, welcome back to the channel. I am Cypher FM. Today we got something a little bit different. A lot of times we're doing a standard 4-4-2 or whatever, 4-3-3. Sometimes we do the asymmetrical stuff. This time we have a 3-2-2-2-1. I don't know. It looks kind of like a spaceship to me, but you get a 3 and back system. This is from someone calling themselves DDarRkNeSs, and they use Dynamo Dresden in the third league of the German league. It looks like they, in the DFB Pokal, they lost the final against Bayern. So third league doing a fantastic job there. So maybe I should have used this in the German league to see. But so far in some of their pictures, Dynamo Dresden 38-0, no losses, no draws. Goal differential 113 points, 114. We didn't see that here. We'll get to those results in a minute with our three teams, as we always use, of Tottenham, Wolves, and Newcastle. But for his test, he seems to have done very well. A lot of people in the discussions have said that sometimes it works better with very attacking mentality instead of balanced. So play around. It doesn't seem like it's going to work for everyone. However, I mean, especially we sim it straight through. We don't take any control right here. So you'll definitely want to change things up a bit, change some shouting, change some transfers that you'll see here. But right now, starting out, it is a sweeper keeper in defense, ball playing defenders on the center and the left, and then a central defender in defend on the right, 2 DMs in support, 2 defensive wingers in support, 2 attacking midfielders in attack, and an advanced forward in attack up front. Mentality is balanced. In possession, attacking with the standard. Approach plays, pass into space, underlap on the left and right. Focus play down the left and the right. Passing directness is shorter, tempo is higher, low crosses, and run at defense. In transition, counter press, counter, and roll it out. And then out of possession, a high press line of engagement, a standard defensive line, trigger press much more often, prevent goalkeeper distribution, and get stuck in. But now, how did it do for our three teams? Let's check it out. As you can see, Tottenham doing very well with 81 points, but Liverpool cruising to the title this time around. But Manchester City 80, Man United 77, and Arsenal in 5th. But Wolves and Newcastle do come in with 65 points apiece. So, I mean, Wolves doing a pretty good job. Newcastle, not too bad. But Tottenham 25, 6, and 7, 107, 4. 52 against 55 goal differential. Not too bad. But overall, I mean, they did scream to second place, so can't fault them there. So Tottenham's schedule, 2 losses in the first 3 matches, really. But then nothing until this match against Frankfurt. Then Newcastle in the Premier League. You continue on in the second half of the season, loss against Manchester United. You got some more draws here, so you're continuing on in everything up until the EFL Cup final against Manchester United. So you're knocked out of the final, but you got to there. Any other finals? Yes, FA Cup final, 3-5 loss against Manchester United again. But unfortunately, Champions League semifinals against Barcelona, you lose both matches. But I mean, still, you get second place. You have 2 cup finals, even though you lose them. And you got to the Champions League semis. So I have to say, pretty good job so far. Schedule-wise for Wolves, definitely a lot spottier. A lot of losses in the first half of the season. Still through in the EFL Cup, though. EFL Cup, FA Cup third round, you're out against Brentford 1-3. EFL Cup semi-final against Tottenham, both legs. You lose the first leg away from home. You draw the second leg at home. But, I mean, pretty spotty. You got a couple of runs here that aren't too bad. Newcastle, about the same. You always lose. You almost always lose. We saw one that they won against Liverpool, but 0-5, that hurts. EFL Cup second round, you're out against Wolves. So doing the head-to-head, I mean, Wolves kind of kicking the crap out of Newcastle. But you get one on Tottenham there. But you got a lot of losses here. 6-1 against Brentford. FA Cup third round, you're out against Manchester City. And yeah, that's pretty much it. You got, again, a couple of runs here and here. Not too bad. Even one over Manchester United. Nice. And Liverpool. Wow. Transfer-wise for Tottenham, the ins, same as we always see. You got Chitala, Pereira, Traore. Adama Traore, wow, we don't see him every day. 6.25. I was going through that a little quickly. So that's an interesting one right there. But Facundo Torres, Orlando City, and then Dominic Livakovic. Well, for Wolves, with the sale of Adama Traore and Jose Sa, you got a couple ins of David Luiz, Lino Sousa, and Mateus from Braga. So they are spending some money finally. And then Newcastle, Shakir, Vallejo, and Rigue from West Ham, 4.9 million. They spent some money too. Could have probably spent a little bit more, but Skriniar for 31, 35 for Botman, Isaac for 60. They've spent enough already. Squad-wise, Kane, Son, Kulisevsky, all up there in the 44, 45 appearances mark. So not too bad. Goals, Harry Kane with 60. Now that's a tally right there. I'm very interested to see how much he actually got in the Premier League. But Kulisevsky with 27 and Danjuma with 18. So all around, I mean, spread out a bit, but that 60 is a wonderful number for Harry Kane. But assist-wise, Pedro Porro with 26, Danjuma with 26 as well, 22 for Son, doing pretty good job. A lot of green, too. Danjuma with 7.58, Harry Kane with 7.48, Kulisevsky with 7.4. So the squad is really gelling together and coming in second place. Definitely shows that. Wolves appearances, as you can see, squad-wise, Pablo Sarabia with 44, Cunha with 40, as does Neto, 40 with +3 for Cunha, and Neto with just 40. But goals-wise, 32 for Jimenez. That's a great tally as well. 19 for Sarabia. Cunha with 15. Cunha kind of dipping there a little bit. Assist-wise, 27 for Sarabia, 11 Cunha, and Neto with 10. Not too bad. Definitely lower on the greens, but look at that. 7-2-3 and above. Those are the greens. 7-5-3 for Sarabia is fantastic. And only 37 appearances there, top for Bruno Guimaraes. For Newcastle, Almiron with 36 +1 and Isaac with 35 +2. Goals-wise, 23 for Isaac. Definitely not a massive tally here, but for 7th place, I mean, I'm actually surprised. I'm surprised it's not spread out a bit more though. Assist-wise, 12 for Trippier. Again, not a big tally there whatsoever. Green average rating, Alexander Isaac with 7.34. That's nice. 7.27 for Joelinton. Trippier with 7.15. Overall, I would kind of surprised that Newcastle did so well. I mean, so well in 7th place, but these stats just don't seem to show it all that much. Data Hub, you can clearly see shaky defensively, very good in attack. I mean, these three attacking numbers, as we always see. Everything else, all these tend to be Premier League average or just about. Even the fouls against per game is usually kind of under or maybe like right at the Premier League average. But these 3 games, the goals per game, the non-expected penalty goals, and then the shots per game, almost leading the league. Wolves, definitely nice. I mean, goals per game is a little down, but the non-expected penalties per game is pretty up. Shots per game is somewhere up there. But see, this is where usually these 3 teams tend to lie in the fouls against per game. But again, shaky defensively, a little bit better defensively this time around than Tottenham, but overall just good in attack, not very good. Newcastle not making the dribbles or shots, but look at that, non-penalty expected goals. Tops of the leagues, maybe just under, but shots very close to top. So they did very well attacking wise. Defensively, they're okay. And then Premier League stats wise, you can see Tottenham with 107 goals, Wolves with 83, Newcastle with 72, tied for Liverpool with Tottenham. That is a massive amount. Few shots against, Tottenham, Wolves, and Newcastle are all in there, so they're doing something there. Most possession, Tottenham, that's surprising. Dribbles made, nobody. Fewest conceded, and most shutouts, Tottenham's in there. Most tackles won, Newcastle and Wolves, picking up some defensive pieces. Best pass completion, no one. Shots for all 3 teams, but 682 is the tops for Tottenham. Man City was 758 and Liverpool was 717. So I'm surprised Tottenham didn't do all that well. And Newcastle even had a higher shot return, I thought, in the data hub. But, oh well, most points per game where you would expect them. Most goals overall, 35 for Erling Haaland. Harry Kane, though, with 32, an amazing amount right there. And you can see with the 60 that he's got in all competitions, that is a massive number. Raul Jimenez with 26, also massive. Isaac with only 23. Pretty good, but still, definitely he's had higher up there. But most assists, Sarabia with 20, Son with 17, then Juma, Porro, and Trippier all up there as well. I mean, 15 to 20 is a fantastic number, or set of numbers right there. Most player of the match awards, Isaac with 10, Danjuma, Jimenez, and Sarabia all up there with 7. Not too bad. Pass completion, Dyer in there. Nobody for dribbles made. But fewest conceded, Livakovic, Shakir, Mateus, and Lloris. I mean, they're all in there. Well done. Most shutouts, though, not so much. But most tackles won, Trippier and Nunez doing all the work. Pedro Neto doing some with 93. Most key passes, Trippier and Sarabia. Now that's where you like to see them. 155 key passes for Trippier and Sarabia 151. Those two are some fantastic passers. But most shots, Isaac, Kane, and Jimenez, 187 all the way down to 130, and even 102 for Cunha. He's just not brought into these matches, apparently. I don't know if something happened to him. Did he get injured? No, not even a little. No injuries whatsoever. But, I mean, overall, It has been a fantastic season for Tottenham. Wolves pretty good, and Newcastle, man, not too bad. But I mean, 81 points, second place, Champions League next season. I would pick it up. I would take a look at it. If you like that type of tactic, definitely check it out. And again, try it out with very attacking, positive. See how the different mentalities work and if they do good things for your team or not. But that is it for me. Seffian FM for the Football Manager blog channel saying thank you as always for watching. Take care and enjoy.